YouTube, it is your boy and boy. Welcome back to another Apex video. And today what I'm going to go through is all of the hard-earned lessons of becoming a better Newcastle. All the struggle, all the pain that I've gone through, all the death and suffering you're going to learn from. And of course, with learning Newcastle, we have to go over how to use the mobile shield to protect teammates. Being the peekaboo guy, using the ultimate, not only offensive and defensively, but also using the knockdown shield for reses. I'm gonna go through the specifics. I'll title it in each one. Enjoy. So this takes us to our first lesson on how to revive. There's gonna be 3 videos here. Let's play this out and I'll tell you what's going through my mind. All right, so as you can see, my teammate here is pinging. I'm always monitoring my teammate's health as a Newcastle. I can see it's going down, so I know I need to get over there. He goes down. I'm gonna res our guy first. All right, so I get to the fuse. I start reviving him. I see somebody is coming, so immediately I put my mobile shield down because if he gets shot, he's gonna go down. What you have to realize is I'm not just reviving my teammate and then he's SOL and he's got to figure out on his own. He is super low. His health, I do not have a gold knockdown shield. Now let's watch this play out after the res. All right, so obviously this is for the res portion of it, but I want to play out for you. I need to put pressure on the enemy team that is coming in to down my teammate. I need to give him time to get his shit together so then he can help me. So what I'm gonna do here is I ping my mobile shield forward. Now what you're gonna do, and I do this a lot, is you're gonna ping it forward, but you're gonna slide out from your mobile shield before it reaches you, because that's gonna give you time to get shots on them before they think they're going to get shots on you, because they're expecting you to be behind the shield. They're wasting ammo because you're going to have more ammo in your mag than they will when you start the fight. And then once you get a couple shots off, they're going to recognize that. But by that time, I've already pinged my mobile shield to catch up with me, to give me cover, to then peek again. So let's watch that. So you can see I already got 30, 40 health off before he even realized. I'm back in, I run out of ammo, I switch, take care of business. So here I have a teammate that's down. I've got a Gibby and I've got a Bloodhound. I get a couple shots off on them. I get this guy Flesh, but at this point in time, there's somebody above me. So I'm thinking to myself, there's 3 guys. I need to get out of there and I need to get our team back together. And I say here, I'm going for this. Now, before I go for the res here, I open the door and I drag them in. Very simple tip, but that is how you do it. You open the door, you drag them into cover. It's your job as a Newcastle to get your teammates to cover. And again, immediately after I revive him, I save my mobile shield for him. The mobile shield isn't always for you. A lot of times I will fight and save it, so if somebody does go down, then I use it for them. So here's a combination of using your ultimate, but also the last tip where you needed to drag your teammates to cover and then block off the door, because let's say I revive him. I pull him through there. I could probably get the revive off just because I have the shield down there. But if they push, remember, we're not leaving our teammates SOL. We need to provide them cover in any way possible. If they're far away, you can use the mobile shield. If it's close though, you need to block off those areas to give them time to get their stuff together. All right, so in this situation, I recognize that there's a third party coming in. I'm about to have no ammo and a dream. So for some reason, my teammate decides to go out into the open here. I run out of bullets, but it's still my responsibility to cover my teammate if I can. I throw him my mobile shield. I'm always monitoring my teammate's health. So even if I can't shoot, wherever it might be, I still give them cover. So this is kind of a cool, creative way where I'm backing it up, and he may be a bullet, but he's alive. This is still part of tip number 2 of giving cover to your teammates with the mobile shield. This is actually a call up for my buddy CQ. So we're running low on bats, on ammo, everything. So he is Horizon. He knows that he can get back up to safety, but he can't get to the ammo and the death box safely to check for ammo, to check for bats, heals, whatever it might be. So he requests me to drop that down, and that's why it's super crucial to know what is in your teammate's kit. So this takes us to tip number 3 of being aggressive with the mobile shield. Even though there is a revive in here, this is still being aggressive with the mobile shield, but I'll go through everything here. All right, so in that segment there, my teammate goes down. Once I get the revive off, I'm immediately aggressively pushing them, because a lot of times if you're reviving a teammate and they're low, I know if somebody just gets revived, I'm going straight for them. So I want to draw some of that attention off of my teammate. I am fortified. I can take 15% more damage. So I'm going right for this. And fortunately, we're able to get the down. Now this takes us to the aggressive part of the mobile shield. I get some rips off of him. All right, let's back this up a little bit. So for all of my Mirage mains, you'll probably appreciate this, where I use the mobile shield to give me cover to approach this fight after I get their shield off. Now, my idea is, if the Wraith stays in fights, I'm using my shield as crowd control and a distraction. I'm sending it out to the right after it's already done its job of giving me cover, because if they stay there and they are distracted on that, they may not expect me to move away from the mobile shield. So that's something that I've been playing around with a little bit recently. It's been pretty helpful. Fortunately, the Wraith was already pretty low, so I got the cover and then I went right into getting some shots. So here we're still on tip number 3 of being aggressive with the mobile shield, but more with the mindset of you're fortified. You've got the mobile shield. You can direct the mobile shield. A lot of times if you use your mobile shield to press a building, but then one of your teammates goes in front of you, you might move your mobile shield in a bad direction, causing yourselves to expose them. So it's your job as the Newcastle to put yourself in harm's way and let them know, hey, I'm going first, because if you go first and I move my mobile shield, that's going to mess things up. So here, we're holding this team at this choke. I always hold on to thermites to fight in and out of my mobile shield, to get peak shots, to do damage, to pressure people back. I have 3 thermites here. I get a knock. I get another knock. After this, I probably don't need to bat up, but I take some time, I bat up. After those 2 knocks, my teammates are in a good position. I am giving them comms of what damage I have done, the downs that I've done, and it's a 3-on-1 situation. That's pretty hard to beat. Now, another tip, which I've shown in my other videos, if I know I'm going Newcastle on Newcastle, I am always holding on to thermites. I am using that to flush them out of their cover to give us a more advantageous position. So this is still tip number 3 of being aggressive with the mobile shield. For the situation, my lifeline's health is low. I am watching over my lifeline. It's my job, doesn't matter who the teammate is, what the situation is, to keep them alive as Newcastle. As I'm doing this, I start to get shot from behind. Look at my health. I am dang near down to half health here. I've got probably 50 health points. I drop my mobile shield. Now, these are just not any typical peak shots. What I want you to be aware of is that if you can use your mobile shield to not, of course, it's good to be good and play within the mobile shield, but sometimes what you'll get is people will use your mobile shield against you. And what I need to work on moving forward is if they are able to break that 5 to 10 meter radius from my mobile shield where I'm doing my peak shots, to keep the advantageous part on my behalf of where I have the shield and they do not, is using the mobile shield and moving the mobile shield while they are trying to use it against me. So that is why this is such a crucial clip, is because I am keeping this Octane at bay. I'm keeping at him at that 5 to 10 meters where I can peek out and use his shield and he cannot. So watch this play out. You can see how I'm keeping him at range. I don't want him to use my shield. This takes us to our last video of the tip number 3 section of using your mobile shield to be aggressive. Now, I'm with the Wraith. I'm the fortified character. I'm the character with the shield. It's my job to go first and be the peeker. I'm the peak shot teammate, part of this squad, technically duo. So I'm going in, I'm assessing the situation. Let this play out. All right, let's break this down because there's a couple minute details that a lot of people I don't think would mention or possibly know. So here, I know that there's an enemy team in front of me. When I'm moving in, I'm moving the shield forward. Of course, I probably could have moved the shield a little bit farther forward here before I slid out, but I think that's why I didn't slide. I just kind of came out. See how that's a micro adjustment that we're making during the fight with the shield. We're not just putting the shield down and then playing with it. We're manipulating the shield and using it. So as I shoot out, I move it forward so that I can back up. The time in which I can get cover can be decreased if I move the shield and myself. All right, so after I do the peek shot, I move the shield and I move back into the shield. This is something I want to mention. Okay, you probably didn't see it. Let's rewind it real quick and I'm gonna click it through. All right, so the curvature of the mobile shield is something that I have learned and have gotten better at in the past weeks as well, that a lot of people do not mention, or I don't think I've ever actually heard mentioned, is when you're phasing in and out of the mobile shield, you've got to use the curvature of it, where he thinks I'm going to phase through the middle of it, but I can see he's already shooting. I don't want to go right into his shots. So instead of phasing directly towards the middle, I phase at an angle using the curvature to give myself cover. Watch that again. It's not the best example, but it is an example I wanted to show. Again, I'm pulling away towards the curvature to give myself cover. And you can see, obviously I got the down, but after the shot, I'm already ready to phase back through. So I'm going side to side, angle, I go forward, and then back out to give myself cover if I need to. This takes us to tip number 4 in the final tip series of using your ultimate to be aggressive, to be defensive, overall how to use it when not reviving teammates, of course. So here, I recognize that there's somebody above us shooting us from high ground. I get a couple shots off 54. I'm about to jump up and I know, oh, he just put his tack up. It's definitely time to go. I get high ground, I close the gap, I still have shield. They do not, and we get the down here. Right here, still using your ultimate, whether it's to be aggressive, defensive. Here, we have an enemy team weak, a solo I thought at the time, so I start to push it, I start to press. You can see my shield's going down. Oh shit. And I'm thinking to myself, oh no, if you make a mistake, you are also not a defensive fortified legend, you also are a movement legend. You have a movement ability, and if you make a mistake like I did here, pushing out thinking he's by himself, I can come out and come back to my team. What you have to keep in mind is this: the reason, not only are you the peak teammate, where you're the one going into the buildings first and getting intel because you're fortified, not only because you have a mobile shield, but because if you get into trouble, you're the person who can also get back with your movement ability. So this takes us to our last tip of using your ultimate in fights, whether it's to be offensive or defensive. Now, there is a couple combinations here for micro adjustments and using the mobile shield. So here, I'm syringing up, and here, there's an arc nade. Immediately, I put my mobile shield down. The reason for this, of course, I don't want to get hit with the grenade, but a lot of times it's better to capitalize off of your kit rather than getting that last little bit of health off. So here we use the mobile shield as we're healing. We try to do this again. Somebody pushes in. Let this play out. All right, so here, as I'm healing, I get the notification that somebody has been stunned on my ultimate. This is not the time to heal. The stun only lasts so long, and you need to fight in that very moment. Now, let's show the micro adjustment that you may not have noticed. All right, so right after they get stunned, I'm starting to go around them just like if anybody's stunned in general. I don't want him to use my mobile shield against me. And that's where I've lacked the most, and what I'm trying to work on the most is manipulating the mobile shield when they try to use it against me. Not that he meant to, but it was there, and I wouldn't have been able to get shots off if I left it there. So after I get the stun off here, I'm getting some shots, I'm moving to the left, I use this to give myself cover, but then in that moment I realize if I leave it there, I'm not going to be able to get shots to get this down. So I move it immediately and I get the down. Let's watch that one more time just because I love it. Comes in, shots, switch it, and get the down. But guys, those are all of the tips that I had to share with you today from learning Newcastle and getting past the struggles that I have through playing Apex in the past couple of weeks. Guys, I don't always show the great moments. Sometimes when I do these tips videos or breakdowns of my gameplay, I also like to show the moments that didn't go so well. But otherwise, I appreciate you guys being here. I hope you gained something from my lessons, and I will see you guys in the next Apex video.